What will be the other keys to beat this very good North team today?
Got to handle the pressure, got to knock down threes, and we're going to have to team rebound because they don't have very much size either, but they are more athletic than us and they can jump.
Thanks, Scotty. Best of luck. See you for the 8th grade game.
Thanks, sir.
That's Scott Stone, my broadcast partner for the 8th grade game. And, of course, here on WSON, he's also the head coach of the 7th grade Bulldogs. The principal of the North Cadets, Will Roberts, will join me on the broadcast, and I'll also have the starting lineups. Will, you do it all, man. You're principal, you do starting lineups, you do PA. Now you're going to do radio with me tonight. I appreciate it.
Well, we try.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Lineups first for the visiting South Middle School Bulldogs. We will name non-starters first. Number 1, Quincy Carter. Number 3, Anzarion Maroney. Number 20, Jace Duncan. Number 25, Brody Stewart. Number 30, Brooks Shaw. And number 32, Jaron Joseph. Non-starters for the North Middle School 7th grade cadets will be number 4, Braylon Eblin. Number 10, Duncan White. Number 11, Grayson Crowley. Number 14, Grayson Vanover. Number 23, Kieran Cole. Number 32, Zane Lewis. And number 33, Drake Chapman. And now starters for the South Middle School Bulldogs. At guard, number 5, Jace Shelton. At forward, number 11, Caden Johns. At forward, number 15, Jonathan Langley. At guard, number 21, Tucker Seward. And at guard, number 24, Mikey Woolfork. And now, the starting lineup for your 7th grade North Middle School cadets. At guard, number 0, Jamarian Isabel. At guard, number 1, MJ Patterson. At guard, number 3, Wyatt Townsend. At forward, number 22, Malachi Taylor. And at forward, number 44, Braden Dennis.
That's Will Roberts with our starting lineups here on WSON, and joining me for the broadcast, the home North Cadets in their home whites with the charcoal numerals trimmed in maroon. South in their road maroon with white numerals. South coached by Scott Stone. The North Cadets coached by Corey White. South 11-4. North 17-2 on the season. Our officials, David Jenkins and Shane Mercer. Thanks for joining us here for the annual North-South Middle School basketball games presented by Best Insured by Chase Fulcher. I'm Greg Busby with Will Roberts, about to tip it up, and it is the Cadets who win the tip, but it goes out of bounds, and it'll be North basketball to start. Obviously, you've seen a lot of North games, and obviously you've seen a lot of middle school basketball over your time as a coach, and certainly South. What do you kind of expect out of the game tonight, Will?
Well, I expect North to try to speed the game up, create a lot of pressure. We do have Braden Dennis inside for a 1-2 punch kind of with our guard play. He does a good job inside handling the paint. And then we can kick out to some shooters. Look for Wyatt Townsend and Grayson Crowley to get some good looks from beyond the arc tonight. as we have a bucket there by Tucker Seward to start the scoring.
Yep, Seward got it inside there after a tip pass and got the bucket. His dad, of course, John Seward, the head coach of South 8th grade team. There's a tip pass and a near steal out front. Isabel got it back. Now it's loose on the ground, hustling down there for it, Langley. And South has the basketball on the North turnover. 2-0 Bulldogs. Meanwhile, a player down.
Yeah, Malachi Taylor's down on the play. At this point, it looks like the Bulldogs came out with a lot of energy. Our cadets are going to have to match it. The first two possessions, we haven't really matched that defensive intensity up front. They're coming out and trapping us, and we haven't been able to handle it so far.
Yeah, Taylor kind of holding his right hip, but now he's up. Maybe he's got a bruise. Maybe he took a knee to the hip there. Would guess he would return, but not feeling too good at the moment.
Yeah.
Maybe have a big bruise on his hip tomorrow, but pretty tough kid, as all these are. You can really see, pretty good size for 7th graders, Will.
We do have some size here. South has some size inside, too, with Seward and Jonathan Langley there.
With the basketball out front is Shelton, and he gives it up to Seward. 3-point try on the right side off. No good. And it is North going the other way on the rebound from Dennis. Up the floor, little 6-footer on the left baseline is good for
Grayson Crowley.
The cadets, Grayson Crowley.
He came in for Taylor. He's been a starter for much of the year for us.
Near stealing it out is a steal with the basketball driving left side. Dennis off the glass. They're going to wave off the buckets. They have fouled occurred on the floor first as the cadets got the steal there at midcourt. Foul whistled on South's Mikey Wolford. The cadets get it in baseline right. 3-point try, right side off. No good for Crowley. Long rebound, though, out into the hands of Isabel. And a second chance coming up for the cadets. Driving baseline, little 15-footer off the front rim, but falls in good for Wyatt Townsend. And the cadets take a 4-2 lead with 4:15 to play in this opening quarter. With the basketball, Tucker Seward out between the circles, goes inside, right block, good catch. And off the glass and in, a good basket for Jonathan Langley to tie the game at 4. 6-minute quarters here for middle school basketball. So we played a couple minutes, a 4-4 game, a lot of action right at the start.
South was able to get the ball inside there. They had the much taller Langley matched up against Wyatt Townsend, and they were able to make a good entry pass there to the post and get an easy bucket against us.
On the other end, Johns an interception midcourt, but then turned it over, traveling with it, trying to get it to a guard. So the teams exchange turnovers there, and the ball back into the hands of North. Deep three, left side on the way, air ball, no good, rebounded by Tucker Seward for the Bulldogs. Seward, top of the key, goes to Langley, right block, backing down. Now he threw it away, right into the hands of Crowley. Up the floor, nice pass with a block shot from behind by Mikey Woolfork running the floor. Blocking MJ Patterson shots out of bounds. It will stay with the cadets.
As Taylor comes back in for Crowley there.
Yeah, good to see Taylor get back. He just got a bruise on his hip. It seems to be okay. And they try to get it into Taylor. It's deflected out of bounds by Seward. And the cadets will try to play it in once more. Baseline right. Patterson gets it in out front to Isabel, out high right. Guarded by Johns now. Patterson going to fire a three. It's off, no good. Isabel, and a long rebound into the hands of Seward. Seward, though, had it knocked away by Dennis, and Dennis says a layup. Braden Dennis has his first points, and it's a 6-4. Cadets lead with 3:15 to go in this opening quarter. With the basketball, Woolfork. Right side over to Johns. Now straight away, Seward had it deflected out of bounds by Patterson, and it will stay with the Bulldogs. Seward replayed in down to our left.
At this time, the cadets are settling for some outside jump shots, which is uncharacteristic of us. We hadn't been looking to get the ball inside yet at all, so hopefully that will change.
Corner three off the back rim, no good for Shelton. Cadets, meanwhile, want to push it going the other way, and a layup on the other end is good for Jamarian Isabel, the fourth cadet to score, and an 8-4 lead. And now one of the banners off the wall down to our right got knocked off on that play as a couple of players went crashing into the padded wall underneath the basket to our right. South going right to left here in this first half. The Cadets left to right.
Got a little 1-3-1 pressure here in the full court.
Seward, great pass to Langley, couldn't finish though. Rebounds his own shot, saves it in out front, and Shelton there to have it and a second chance for the Bulldogs. Tucker Seward between the circles, trapped now, try to get it over and does, spinning baseline, and strong move, but shot up, no good from Woolfork, and a loose rebound is chased down in the corner by Townsend. And I believe he was fouled over there. We'll see. Or did he step out of bounds? It is a foul called on Jonathan Langley, his first.
It's a pretty clean quarter so far. We've only had 2 team fouls.
Henderson Middle School basketball tonight. The North Cadets and the home whites, the South Bulldogs and the Road Maroons. Lob inside of Dennis, kicks it right side. A three-point try on the way off, no good from Townsend. And rebound into the hands of Shelton for South.
And that three's a better look for North there. We did get the ball inside there to Dennis, and he kicked out to the open shooter.
Seward on the left wing, gets it down into Maroney. Now a little jumper in the lane, no good. Rebound being tapped around, loose on the floor now. Coming up with it, Dennis for the Cadets, but then he threw it away on the other end, trying to find Patterson. And it goes back to South. Minute 36 to go, first quarter. It's an 8-4 North lead over South here in the 7th grade game.
We had a sub there for South as number 25, Brody Stewart, came in for Langley.
Langley out. He got poked in the eye, but it seems to be okay. See, we're in the backcourt, some pressure from Dennis, and a little too much pressure. A foul called on Braden Dennis. His first foul against the Cadets. With the basketball far right side. Is South, good look. Seward down low, but a missed 4-footer underneath on a nice pass. Quickly North going the way. And Patterson, Isabel shooting on the baseline to Dennis. Good catch, works his way in. Off the glass, no good, but draws the foul. And Dennis will head to the line for 2. Foul whistled on
Stewart.
Brody Stewart for South. The Bulldogs third. And a couple free throws coming up here for Braden Dennis, who looks like a great athlete, Will.
He is a great athlete. His mom, Whitney Waddell, former Lady Colonel out at the high school. He played quarterback for us on the 7th grade football team. Does a really good job. He's a great student as well. Does a good job in the classroom. We like to see all our cadets as great students on and off the court. So he does a good job for us no matter where he's at in the building.
Second free throw, no good. South going the other way. With the basketball is Shelton. Gives it up right side to Woolfork, and he throws it in the corner to Seward. Left baseline for him. One bounce and tries to get it inside. Now kick back out. Back over to Woolfork. Left side is Shelton. Now they find Seward. 15 foot on the baseline. No good. Rebound is out of bounds. Last touched by Dennis for North. It'll stay with South.
The Bulldogs are getting some good looks against this pressure defense from the Cadets. Been able to beat the press and get some wide open layups. They're just not being able to connect at this point. That's a good look there from Tucker Seward from 10 feet. Generally knocks that shot down.
33 seconds left first quarter, 9-4. North on top of South here in the 7th grade game from North Middle School in Henderson tonight. Seward out near the jump circle. Moves over to the right a little bit. Now comes back left. Got it to Shelton. Now back to Seward. Right side with the basketball. Maroney, little floater. Good from right of the lane. And points off the bench for South in the bucket for Maroney. Final seconds, first period. And a 25-footer at the buzzer, just off, no good. And after one, it is 9-6 North on top of South here in the 7th grade game here on WSON, being presented by Best Insured by Chase Fulcher. Two and a bumper. Welcome back to North Middle School. Start of the second quarter in a 7th grade game. North on top, 9-6. South of the basketball to start. Shot up on the left side is no good for Shelton, but he was popped on the head, and a couple free throws coming up for Shelton as the foul goes on Grayson Crowley, his first.
This is a team second foul there. Grayson kind of got out of control there a little bit, hit him in the head from behind.
First free throw no good for Jay Shelton. You will have one more. High arcing free throw. That one rattles around, falls in good. His first point. And it's a 10-6 Cadets lead. A 10-7. Basketball on the right side. A good drive from Dennis goes. And Braden Dennis has 5 for North. 11-7 Cadets on top. Shelton cut off on the left side.
Steal there by Patterson, but quickly taken back away.
It was off the glass, a shot up, no good for Langley. Got his own rebound, tries to kick it back out, and now going with it is Isabel on the North turnover. He's got it for the Cadets, gets it left side, flipping it up and in, but just off, no good. Just into the game was Chapman, yep. Some instant offense there for, and I'm sorry, I don't have him on my list there. What's his name?
Drake Chapman.
Drake Chapman, okay.
Drake's actually been doing a really good job for us lately, coming in and providing that inside presence that we need to match BD over there.
Another North turnover as they get it away from South. The shot up, no good, and South has it back going the other way.
Drake also an athlete here. Played running back for us on the football team. So he's really grown into a basketball player. At the beginning of the year, he struggled to finish inside, but he's gotten to the point where he's got some post moves now where he can take it inside.
Cadets try to get it inside to Dennis, but it was intercepted, and then a foul called on Dennis.
It's his second.
Yep, number 2 on Dennis.
Team fouls are now even at 3 apiece.
4:31 to go first half, 13-7. It is North on top of South here in the 7th grade game here on WSON, being presented by Best Insured by Chase Fulcher. Seward over to Shelton out high right. Out the high post area, pass deflected out of bounds right in front of us by MJ Patterson. And it will stay with South. Seward will play it in right in front of us.
Greg, MJ's got really active hands for a guard. He knows the game really well. Just moved up here from Union County this year. I've had the pleasure of coaching him for the last 2 years at Union County. As Isabel makes a bucket there on the pass from Patterson with the assist. That's one thing about his game. He's a real willing passer anytime. He doesn't have to score all the time.
Three coming up for Shelton on the other end for South. No good. Langley offensive rebound back up and in. Jonathan Langley with 4. And it's 15-9 North with 3:35 to go in this first half. Patterson trying to get it inside. It's knocked away by Seward. Loose ball now. And this will be a jump ball. It will stay with the Cadets. As Taylor down there scrambling for it for North.
Crowley back in for Patterson there.
Keep possession for his team. Inbounds comes into Isabel. Good pass into Taylor. Shot from 10 feet, no good. Rebounded by South. Woolfork going the other way. To Seward straight away. Shelton in the left corner. Back to Seward out front.
Oh, good pass.
Woolfork inside, and fouled from behind is Johns after he received that pass from Woolfork. And Johns will have a couple free throws as the foul goes on Taylor.
Very good give and go right there. Finding Johns cutting to the bucket.
Caden Johns with a couple of free throws here, looking for his first points, and he banked in that first free throw. Makes it a 5-point game with North in front, 15-10, 3:06 to play first half. Second free throw coming up, got them both. And a timeout, 15-11. North on top of South, 3:06 to play first half. Back after this on WSON. Bumper after this one. 3:06 to play first half, 15-11. It's the North Cadets on top of the South Bulldogs here in the 7th grade game. I'm Greg Busby with North Principal Will Roberts. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Our presentation being brought to you by Chase Fulcher of Best Insured. Shot up from the left side, no good. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. Seward had it knocked away. It's loose now. Grabs it before it goes out of bounds. A three for Shelton left side is off, no good. Offensive rebound, though, underneath by Woolfork, and he has it right at corner and now kicks it back out to Seward. Second chance for the Bulldogs.
Greg, that's one thing about middle school basketball. At this point, we haven't had a single three made in the game, but we've sure shot a lot of them on both sides.
Good cut on the baseline. Shelton can't get the shot to go, but then South went over the back as Chapman had Langley blocked out. Yep, and that is 2 fouls on Langley, 4th against the Bulldogs, and Langley will come out.
With that, Greg, a lot of middle school kids, they rely on that outside jump shot instead of getting the ball inside. We see it all the time. It hurts teams a lot to be so reliant on the three at the middle school level.
There's a pass out of bounds as Isabel tried to get on the left side over to Crowley. I think Crowley had his foot on the sideline when he caught the pass, and North turns it over to South. The Cadets get Dennis back in the game. He's in for Chapman.
That's a risky move there by Coach Watt with Dennis already having 2 fouls. Hate to see him pick up a third one before halftime.
Yeah, Coach Stone brought Langley off the floor on the other side with his 2 fouls. Shelton left side puts it up, a little floater from 10, no good. Offensive rebound put back up and in by Woolfork, who has his first points. And the Bulldogs cut the Cadets' lead to a basket. Inside, they try to get to Dennis, threw it over his head, and it's picked up by Woolfork. South a chance to tie here. Woolfolk trying to go coast to coast off the glass, no good. Dennis, a strong rebound, up the floor to Taylor with a right hand in the lane, no good. He couldn't finish at the rim. Rebounded by Shelton for South. Seward into the paint right side. A little pass flake, floater from 10. That one's off, no good. And a rebound into the hands for Taylor for North. Off to Isabel. Veers right side. Right corner three. Good look on the way. A little strong, no good. From Crowley. And South the rebound and a chance to tie here with under a minute to go in the first half. Right side with the basketball. Woolfolk dribbles in, now backs out. Seward, top of the key. Shelton a three for the lead from the left corner. Rims off, no good. Rebounded by Dennis for North. 40 seconds to play first quarter. Isabel, good look up the floor to Townsend. Hooks a pass inside the Dennis, right elbow. A little shot fake, puts it back up from 10. Good move.
And that shot fake is something that Braden does a lot. Have to have patience there to stay on the floor as a defender. Know that he's going to come back down with it. So
Shout in the right corner, 15 seconds left. They trap. He gets it left side over to Johns. A little floater, good. That was actually Seward, right? They get it to Seward. Okay, Johns got it into Seward. Yep, Seward with 4 on a nice pass from Johns. Lead is 2, pass tipped away. Dennis, though, comes away with it underneath and puts it up and in. Braden Dennis with 9 of North's 19 in that opening half. Your halftime score, it is North 19, South 15. You're listening to the annual North-South basketball games here on WSON, being presented by Best Insured by Chase Fulcher. Back after this. Halftime score, 19-16, North on top of South here on WSON.
And now for your halftime entertainment, you have your North Middle School
5 and an ID back. Halftime here on WSON of the 7th grade game. It is North on top of South 19-15. North led 9-6 after the first quarter. And then it was North outscoring South 10-9 in the second quarter to take the 4-point lead into the locker room, 19-15. For the North Cadets in that first half, 4 points for Jamarion Isabel, 2 points for Wyatt Townsend, also 2 for Grayson Crowley, 9 for Braden Dennis, and 2 points for Drake Chapman. For the South Bulldogs in that opening half, a point for Jace Shelton, Caden Johns with 2 points, a couple free throws, 4 points for Jonathan Langley, also 4 for Tucker Seward, 2 for Mikey Wolfork, and 2 for Anzarion Maroney here in the first half of the annual North-South games here on WSON, being presented by Best Insured by Chase Fulcher. We'll take our final halftime timeout and be back with the second half with North on top of South, 19-15 here on WSON. Three and a bumper. Getting set to start the second half, 19-15. And North head coach Corey Watt used all 6 minutes plus of that halftime to visit with his team. Up 4, but in the locker room trying to beat South for the second time this season. What a year for the North 7th grade cadets, 17-2. South coming in 11-4. South basketball to start the second half. Left to right for the Bulldogs in their row maroons. Pass deflected away by Taylor, but picked up by Seward. Left side, Seward trying to get over to Shelton, and the pass goes out of bounds. A turnover gives it back to North. 6-minute quarters here in middle school basketball, so 5:40 to go in this third. As MJ Patterson to bring it up for the cadets. Left side to Isabel. Dennis penetrating in, splits a trap, now kicks right corner. Townsend passed up a three, had a pass knocked away out of bounds by Shelton over in the right corner, and it will stay with North. Taylor coming over to play it in. Down in the right corner, out front, and a good call. Isabel caught the pass. He was bumped out front by Jay Shelton. Shelton picks up his first. Our officials for today's game, Shane Mercer there on that call, along with David Jenkins.
Greg, you talked about the season so far for the cadets. We do have a fine record of 17-2 at this point. Got our first conference loss the other night against Owensboro Catholic here at home by 1. Wow. But our cadets are looking to make some noise at the state tournament here. We are sending our cadets to the state tournament the 27th through the 29th up in Lexington. Should be a fun experience for our cadets and something they won't forget.
seen some middle school championships over the years, Will, the last 10, 15 years.
We have. Most recent one that I can remember was from South a couple years ago with this sophomore class that they have there at the high school. Cooper Davenport and Lakin McKinney's team.
Banked in three out front by Isabel. Big shot there, and her first made three of the night on either side. Go ahead, Will.
So hopefully we'll have the same kind of success that they did, but either way, we're going to have a good experience for our kids going up there. We're also sending our 8th grade team, but that doesn't come up until the second weekend of February, so hopefully they'll get some experience up there and get to see what basketball's like in other parts of the state. So
Seward, a little floater from the right side, can't convert, rebounded by Taylor. Now a three for Townsend in the corner, good. Back-to-back threes for the Cadets. Jamarion Isabel, now Wyatt Townsend, and they have their biggest lead at 10, a timeout South. 4:15 to go in the third, 25-15 North on top. Back after this on WSON. Bumper after this one. 4:15 to go third quarter. Back-to-back threes for the Cadets have put them up 10, their largest lead over the South Bulldogs. South on the attack after they called the timeout. Shelton to Seward. Good look down low and an easy bucket up and in off the glass on the right side for Mikey Woolfork, his 4th point. And South cuts it to 8. Dennis had it near his feet. Loose ball now to be a tie-up. It will stay with North as Dennis and Johns on the jump ball there. And now the Cadets will play it in baseline left. Isabel to play it in. Gets it into Dennis from 12 feet. Right of the lane, try to dump it back inside to Taylor, and it's out of bounds off of North. Probably one Dennis could have put up there, but try to get a pass inside to Taylor.
An opportunity there where he might have been a little too unselfish.
Yep.
Like had a look from 5 or 6 feet, tried to find somebody a little closer.
On the other end, Cadets forced a travel on Seward. They had him tied up near in the backcourt near the midcourt stripe. Forced a turnover.
The first time that I've seen the Cadet pressure cause any turnovers there for the Bulldogs. They've done a really good job finding that weak side block for some open, easy layups.
Right corner is Townsend, now dribbles to the elbow. Shot no good. Offensive rebound, though, for North. But then it's thrown away as it's thrown away by Caden Johns for South. Layup on the other end from the left side. Won't go. Dennis rebounds for North. Gets it off to Isabel. They bring it up for the Cadets. Into the corner, Townsend a three. Got another one. Wyatt Townsend's second three of this third period. He has 8 for the game. And the lead is 11 for North with 3 minutes to go in the third. Shelton now trapped on the left wing and a whistle and a foul.
Looks like it's going to be on Taylor there.
It is on Taylor.
His second.
Malachi's second. 28-17. Seward, left wing. Got a look at a three. I don't think that's his zone. He passed it up. Now they try to tie up Johns. He kicks it out. Woolfork driving in, and a blocking foul called on the Cadets. So to be on the floor here as the foul goes on Isabel, his first.
Taylor was sure hoping that wasn't on him right there. It would have been his third. We got a sub coming in, Brody Stewart.
Stewart coming in for Langley for South. Seward with the basketball. Gives it up to Crowley, back to Seward. The right-hand dribble, picks up his dribble. Now Now Stewart and Johns. Now they give it up inside to Woolfork. Now a shot up, no good from Stewart. Just in, got a good look but couldn't finish. Quickly Isabel the other way for North. A three on the way, no good. Rebounded by Johns for South.
Shot right there might have been a little rushed. Nobody was really set up in the offense.
Seward, good job coming to get the basketball on the pass from Woolfork, and a hand check foul called on Townsend, his first.
That's a good call there. Wyatt just couldn't get his hands off of him, impeding the drive to the bucket there.
Two minutes to go in this third quarter. 28-17 North leads. South with the ball. Seward on that right wing. Picks up his dribble. Gets it out to Shelton. Back to Seward. Bounces on the baseline. Woolfork a three. No good. And a good rebound on the other side by Crowley for North. He'll bring it up himself. Try to get it right corner to Townsend. Deflected out of bounds by the Bulldogs. And it will stay with the Cadets.
Got a sub here, Jace Duncan coming in for the Bulldogs, replacing Brody Stewart. Malachi Taylor's looking to throw it in for the Cadets here.
Yep, Taylor going to play it in baseline right, gets it into the right wing out front to Isabel. To Townsend right back to Jamarion Isabel, who set up the Cadets offense. Townsend down to the right corner. Guarded by Seward. I think they're going to try to cut that off as Townsend drilled two of them earlier. And now a foul called on Seward. Going to push Townsend out of bounds a bit.
That's a tough call right there. Seward had him pinned in the corner. No reason to push or no reason to foul there, but maybe got a little body contact.
And here's a nice steal and save in by Shelton as he picked the pocket of Crowley, and South has it going the other way. Minute 15, to go in this third. 28-17, North lead over South in the 7th grade game. We'll have the 8th grade game about 10 minutes or so after this one. Seward, little floater from 12, won't go. Rebounded by Dennis for North. Hands off to Isabel. Outlet pass up the floor in the corner to Townsend. Back to Isabel. Now Dennis left of the lane. A shot fake, kicks it back out to Isabel. Penetrating in. He kicks it out. Three for Crowley off the mark, no good. And rebounded by Townsend. Second chance for North. Littlest guy on the floor. Went in there and got the rebound. Now he's going to fire a three. Off, no good. And rebound loose. Controlled by South as it's into the hands of Woolfork.
A very good rebound there by Wyatt. Knowing the shots going up from that far side, getting that weak side rebound, getting position there.
Meanwhile, Taylor a rebound on the other end. I think he may have been bumped, but I didn't see the foul call in there. May have just been out of bounds off of South.
I believe it was just out of bounds there. Coach Watt getting some players some rest here with 29 seconds to go in the third quarter, getting them a little extra breather.
Inbounds to Seward, puts it up as he caught it. No good, a little short. Rebound out of bounds. Last touched by South. It'll go to Cadets. 25 seconds to play here in this third quarter. And a timeout called by the Cadets. 25 seconds to go in the third. Cadets by 11, and they have the ball when we come back on WSON. Bumper after this one. This is it. Bumper back. 25 seconds left in the third quarter. South 28, North 17. Chapman in there giving Dennis a breather. Gets it over to Crowley, Grayson Crowley. Now driving baseline,
good
Patterson. Good
baseline
pass
drive.
to Tyler. No good. Offensive rebound, Chapman put it back up and is blocked. And now it's out of bounds off the Cadets. 13 seconds now for South remaining here in the quarter.
Good baseline drive there by Patterson. Found the cutter in the middle of the lane. Just unable to finish.
Shelton right corner to Seward. Now a traveling call. Trying to drive in from the left side. Whistled for steps is Zarion Maroney. 3.2 seconds now for the Cadets to go length of the floor, leading by 11. Chapman coming out. Isabel going to return here. 3.2 seconds. So I gave it in a little too deep. Crowley, a 50-footer at the buzzer, no good. After three, though, it is the North Cadets on top of the South Bulldogs, 28-17. Back with more Henderson Middle School basketball presented by Chase Fulcher and Best Insured here on WSON. Two and a bumper. Start of the fourth quarter, 28-17. North with the lead and the basketball. It's the seventh grade game here on WSON with the eighth grade game to follow. Here a matchup between Henderson two middle schools, North and South. Shot up underneath, no good. Rebounded by Tucker Seward for South. He'll bring it up with the right hand. Goes right side over to Johns, back to Seward. Nice little move right of the lane. Now kicks left side. Three on the way for Shelton. Good look, but can't finish. Offensive rebound, Seward back up and in.
Good rebound in a bucket there by Seward.
Corner three, good for Townsend, who's had a big second half. Wyatt Townsend with 11, his third three-pointer. Deadly from those corners. 28-17, Johns gets it inside to Langley. He's fouled going up. And Jonathan Langley will have a couple free throws as the foul goes on Isabel for North.
That'll be Jamari on second.
You got the score correct on the scoreboard, 31-19, South on top. And it's two free throws here for Jonathan Langley, and his first is up and in. Langley with 5. Second free throw coming up, and that one's off, no good. Rebounded by Seward. Inside, a shot up, no good. Second chance for South again. Now a three on the way, good. Big three out front for Caden Johns. He has 5 and a timeout. We'll get the scoreboard corrected here in a moment, and we'll come back with more middle school basketball. It's Best Insured and Chase Fulcher presenting our coverage here on WSON. Two and a bumper. Yes.
I had 8 or 7.
Welcome back. 5 minutes ago in this fourth quarter. 31-23. North with the lead in the basketball. Isabel goes inside to Dennis. And Dennis fouled by Seward on the floor. Tucker Seward picks up his second personal foul.
A little confusion on the scoreboard there, but we'd like to send a huge shout out to our clock keeper and our bookkeeper tonight. 2 dedicated teachers here at North Middle School, Miss Jana Key and Mr. Chris Pfeiffer. Also coach our academic team, who just won the district Governor's Cup competition here.
Nice.
For North Middle School. Defeated South and Holy Name in our district, so we're looking for some big things from them in the regional competition here in the upcoming weeks.
They got that score right, just like we do. 31-23, North on top, foul from behind as Jay Shelton fouled Patterson from behind, his second. It will be Norris Grayson Crowley to play it in, down to our left in front of his own bench. Gets in the backcourt to Isabel. Isabel driving right of the lane to the rack, lays it up. Couldn't finish at the rim. Rebound kept alive by Dennis and picked up by Isabel. Patterson from the corner, a little floater from the left side, no good. Seward rebounds for South. Seward trapped near midcourt. Gets it to Langley down low, and a nice pass from Woolfork, and Langley has the bucket. 7 for Jonathan Langley for South. 6-point game with 4 minutes to go. Isabel at midcourt. Townsend corner 3. Got another one. Wyatt Townsend has 14 points and a 9-point lead for the Cadets. They call a timeout. North 34, South 25. 3:58 to go in the fourth. Back after this on WSON. Two and a bumper. South basketball out of the timeout. It is a 34-25 North lead. Driving in Johns with a left hand, puts it up and in. Right hand, to his left. But flipped it up and in with the right hand. A possible 3-point play for Johns. Big play there for South as the foul goes on Crowley. Johns with 7, 5 of them here in this fourth quarter. Looking for the three-point play. Free throw off the back rim, no good. Rebounded by Taylor for the Cadets. Up the floor to Isabel. Had it knocked away out of bounds by Langley. It'll stay with North. MJ Patterson back into the game, and he's going to come in for Crowley.
Very good defense there by Langley, getting back in transition, deflecting that pass. Looked like an easy bucket there for Dennis cutting to the bucket, but did a great job getting back.
Patterson tried to get it right side, and Seward has a steal, intercepted the pass into the paint, lays it up, no good, missed it. Rebounded by Dennis as Seward couldn't finish in the paint. Up the floor, Isabel, left wing, now backs it out, 3:25 to go in the fourth. 34-27, North lead over South here in the 7th grade game. 8th grade game to follow this one. They'll do about 6-8 minutes between games to get that one going. Isabel hooks a pass to Dennis at the high post. Had it knocked away, loose ball, and it's Seward who has it. Dennis jumps up there and knocked that one away. Taylor picks it up as the teams exchange turnovers. Back into the hands of North.
A little bit of sloppy play there on both sides.
And here's a net pass turnover, intercepted by Shelton. South going the other way. Shelton on the end. He can't finish at the rim. It's a miss last been costly. Then the ball went off the foot of Isabel. And now it's back into the hands of South. 2:42 to play in the fourth. 34-27. North the lead. 3 for Johns out front. No good. Rebounded Seward. Puts it on the floor. Had it knocked away and stolen away. Big man put on the floor. Patterson up the floor to Taylor. Jump stop. Dennis following. Puts it up off the glass. Good, and he's fouled. Kind of had his back turned to the basket. Dennis flipped it up and in at a possible three-point play.
Foul there on Langley, his third.
Braden Dennis with 11 now. And a chance at 12. Free throw up and good. Completes a three-point play. And it's a 10-point lead for North, 37-27 with 2:25 to go in the fourth. With the basketball. Three-point try from the wing. Good for Mikey Woolfork. He has 7. Just South's second made 3. Pass on the inside over the head of Dennis, picked up by Seward. South going the other way, down 7 with 2 minutes to play, and now Townsend fouls Seward about 40 feet from the basket.
Good possession there by South on the last play where Woolfork caught that ball in transition, got his feet set, and knocked down the 3. So.
And a timeout, we'll take it as well. North by 7, 2:05 to go in the fourth. Back after this on WSON. Bumper after this one. Bumper after this. You can take it out of queue if you need to. .205 to go, fourth quarter, 37-30. North on top of South. South with the basketball. Seward, guarded by Taylor, gives it up. Driving in, Johns flips it up. No good. Can't miss it. Can't hit at the rim. Taylor, a good rebound for North. Up the floor. Isabel to Patterson, who lays it up and in. Beautiful outlet there. And Patterson gets his first points on a nice pass from Isabel. The lead back to 9 for North. Johns right corner, try to flip to Seward. Knocked away by Isabel. Loose ball now. Johns has it. And South gets a timeout. Minute 36 to go in the fourth. North by 9, South ball when we come back on WSON. The North-South games presented by Best Insured by Chase Fulcher. Two and a bumper. Two and a bumper. Minute 36 to go, fourth quarter. 39-30, North with the lead. South with the ball. Shelton on the three-point line, right side, kicks it out front. Three straight away off the front rim. No good for Woolfork, and then Langley went over the back of Dennis on the rebound.
That's a tough foul there on Langley, but Dennis did have position on him for Langley to pick up his fourth there. It's tough.
Minute 20 to go in the game. Cadets will walk it up, obviously up 9. Isabel with it. And he's bumped out front by Langley. That will end his night.
Yeah, he's out.
Langley picks up his 5th foul. Finishes with 7 points. Jonathan Langley. So Scott Stone will have to go to his bench. We'll bring in Brody Stewart. Langley's fouled out. And it'll be Isabel at the line for a 1-and-1. Jamarion Isabel. 7 points for Isabel. Free throw up and rattles off. No good. Good rebound into the hands of Woolfork. Up the floor to Seward. Now Johns a long 2, foot on the line. No good. Rebounded by Dennis for North. Final minute, 39-30. North on top of South here in the 7th grade game. And now Isabel fouled on the other end by Johns. Isabel back to the line for a 1-and-1.
Greg, if I don't get an opportunity before the night's over, I'll take this one. We'd like to thank you here at North Middle School for all that you do for us. WSON's a great asset for this community. You do so much for us here at North Middle School, as well as the community and all Henderson County Schools athletics. And the crowd that's here tonight, we had to bring out both sets of bleachers for the North-South game tonight. We figured we'd have a big crowd. They haven't disappointed. One of our teachers made some fat heads for all of our players. Really exciting night. Great night for Henderson County basketball. I mean, what better night can you have than this for Henderson County basketball to showcase what we have coming up? As Isabel makes a bucket there, it kind of seals some things for North in the first game.
It does. After a couple free throws, he gets a steal in the bucket, 43-40 North, final 30 seconds. And Seward driving the basket, can't finish at the rim. Loose ball, though, on the rebound. Good hustle. Both teams still diving on the floor here late in the game. Patterson gets it to Townsend. Now he brings it back out. Back to Patterson. And 14 seconds left as one of the Bulldogs is down. Johns kind of took a spill near midcourt. No, kind of talking to your athletic director, Ryan Pinkston. Appreciate Ryan getting some rosters earlier this week, and you and Ryan getting us set up here. But I know a little bit of talk, we've seen the kind of one time the North-South football team plays that game played over at Colonel Stadium. Mm-hmm. Maybe in the future could see one of the North-South games played at Colonel Gym.
Right, played at Colonel Gym.
Yeah.
It'd be really, really exciting for us to be able to host that there at Colonel Gym. I would really love to see it like on a Saturday where we could showcase our girls programs and our guys programs at one facility all in one evening. It's a shame tonight that our girls are playing at South, and we don't get to showcase our girls as they're playing in a separate venue. But it'd be really exciting for Henderson to be able to host that on a Saturday. Get all 4 games in one place. Get to see all the upcoming talent from the middle school level. I know South Middle School has a very good 7th grade girls basketball team. Their only loss this year is to North. Our North 7th grade cadets are undefeated in conference play.